teman-teman semua yang udah bergabung. Thank you para partisipan yang udah masuk. Sambil kita nunggu partisipan yang lain join, kita akan mulai aja ya event kali ini. Karena waktu kita juga, kita set nggak terlalu panjang, supaya teman-teman bisa kembali ke aktivitas masing-masing setelah ini. Ya, jadi hari ini AREBI dari DPD Jatim, kita ngadain satu event yang luar biasa, ya, dari pembicara-pembicara yang luar biasa. Ya, nanti seperti yang teman-teman tahu, kita undang Mr. Priveen Raj. Beliau itu berdomisili di Singapura, ya sudah melalang buana. Nanti kita akan kenalan juga dengan beliau. Juga ada Miss Amelia Salim, ya, public figure, influencer, ya. Mungkin banyak teman-teman juga tahu. Mungkin di sini juga hadir juga banyak fans-fansnya Bu Amelia gitu ya. Oke, jadi kali ini nanti kita akan bahas tentang public ini ya, personal branding, teman-teman. Ya, terutama bagi kita yang banyak berkecimpung di dunia property agent, kita pastinya karena usaha kita ini adalah pure service, jasa ya, bagaimana besar sih pengaruh personal branding terhadap bisnis kita. Itu yang mau kita bahas dari para pakar kita hari ini ya. Nanti teman-teman kita akan ada sedikit presentation dari Mr. Raj Priveen ya, dan juga dari Miss Amelia Salim. Dan kita akan ngobrol-ngobrol dengan mereka juga. Nah, teman-teman juga nanti akan ada kesempatan untuk kasih pertanyaan nih ke narasumber-narasumber kita, ya. Teman-teman bisa klik di bawah ada tombol Q&A. Ya, tolong nanti pertanyaan-pertanyaan diklik di sana, ya. Nanti kami akan coba sortir dari panitia dan saya akan sampaikan ke narasumber untuk menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan dari teman-teman. Oke, tanpa berlama-lama lagi, kita akan buka ya. Saya akan menyapa dulu beberapa undangan-undangan yang telah hadir siang hari ini ya. Yang pertama Ketua DPP AREBI Pusat ya, Pak Lukas Bong. Halo Pak.
Halo, selamat siang semua ya. Salam sukses, salam AREBI tentunya ya.
Salam AREBI
Oke,
Pak ya.
stay healthy ya. God bless you.
Thank you ya Pak ya untuk udah disupport acara kita di DPD Jatim. Saya akan sapa juga Sekjen DPP AREBI Pak Sulihin Wijaya, mungkin yang udah hadir ya. Dan juga para pengurus DPP dan DPD AREBI seluruh Indonesia. Ya, saya lihat ada beberapa dari Bali, dari beberapa kota sudah mulai join juga. Ya, saya akan juga sapa para prinsipal, member broker, anggota AREBI di seluruh Indonesia yang telah join hari ini. Thank you supportnya juga kepada semua tim member dari masing-masing anggota. Ya, saya akan menyapa juga Ketua RE ya, Real Estate Indonesia, Bapak Toto Lusida. Mungkin sudah hadir Pak Toto? Belum ya? Oke, juga seluruh jajarannya ya, jajaran pengurus dari RE. Saya sapa juga Bapak Ketua Kadin Jawa Timur nih ya, Bapak Adi Dwi Putra ya. Oke, dan juga para pengurus-pengurus Kadin yang ada, saya ucapkan selamat siang, thank you waktunya udah join dengan kita. Teman-teman dari DPP dan DPD Aptiknas ya, selamat siang teman-teman. Thank you juga udah support kita dan beberapa partner notaris, teman-teman BPN, pemerintah kota dan kabupaten yang ada. Oke, tanpa berlama-lama lagi saya akan mempersilahkan mungkin saya undang dulu dari Pak Lukas Bong untuk memberikan kehormatan, memberikan sepatah dua patah kata untuk teman-teman nih. Pak Lukas Bong, silakan.
Terima kasih ya, tentunya salam sejahtera buat kita semua ya. Dan terima kasih buat pengurus dari DPD AREBI Jawa Timur yang telah bekerja keras ya tentunya, dan hampir setiap minggu saya lihat ada event-event webinar maupun Zoom meeting yang tentunya ini akan memperkaya wawasan dari anggota-anggota kita di bidang broker properti ya. Hari ini memang judulnya cukup menarik ya, Boost Yourself with Personal Branding ya, dengan pembicara Mr. Priveen Raj dan Ibu Amelia Salim ya. Ini dua nama ini memang belum pernah diundang di webinar AREBI sama sekali, dan tentunya ini akan menjadi pionir ya dari AREBI DPD Jatim, dan kita berharap memang ini penting, bagus buat kita semua. Kita tahu bahwa kondisi seperti sekarang ini era digital itu sudah di depan mata, yang tadinya kita tahu bahwa ini akan terjadi, tetapi ini mempercepat. Kita juga nggak tahu ini end-nya itu di mana pandemik seperti ini. Tapi saya percaya dengan kita memberikan webinar di mana kita memberikan pelatihan pun udah secara online, itu otomatis kita bisa beraktivitas seperti biasa. Saya lihat teman-teman baik di DKI maupun di DPD lain itu udah biasa transaksi secara online. Developer mau launching dan lain sebagainya, even kasih product knowledge yang dulu kita harus berkumpul, sekarang cukup secara online ya. Jadi satu lagi yang tadi disampaikan bahwa personal branding itu penting. Kadang-kadang kita tidak tahu yang bersangkutan itu dari brand apa, tapi kita tahu, oh ini si A, ini si B. Saking begitu kuatnya personal brandingnya mereka. Dan tentunya kita di properti ya tidak lepas dari kita tentunya menjaga image, menjaga nama baik, dan satu hal yang paling penting ya profesionalisme ya. Terima kasih, saya tidak berpanjang lebar ya, tentunya silakan saksikan dan saya yakin sekali ini sangat bermanfaat. Dari kemarin saya udah luangin waktu bahwa saya akan hadir dan saya akan dengerin webinar ini ya. Terima kasih ya, sukses buat kita semua. Salam AREBI.
Thank you Pak Lukas Bong. Oke, itu tadi sambutan dari Pak Ketua kita ya di PP AREBI. Sekarang kita akan dengarkan sepatah dua patah kata sambutan dari Ketua DPD AREBI Jatim ya, Pak Rudi Sutanto yang kebetulan hari ini mengadakan event ini, Pak. Ya, silakan Pak Rudi.
Ya, selamat siang rekan-rekan broker member AREBI. Salam closing, salam AREBI juga. Kali ini DPD AREBI Jatim mengadakan webinar yang spektakuler karena memang kenapa tidak spektakuler? Persiapannya kita itu lebih daripada 1 bulan. Kita melobi untuk dua narasumber yang hebat-hebat ini, Mr. Priveen sama Ibu Amelia Salim, influencer topnya Surabaya. Itu kita melobinya cukup lama dan luar biasa. Topiknya kali ini memang personal branding. Itu kenapa kita ambil topik ini? Karena kembali lagi, ini kita mau beli properti itu dari siapa sih? Seperti dikatakan oleh Pak Lukas bahwa personal pribadinya kita itu juga menentukan untuk kita bisa melakukan transaksi dengan baik. Dan kenapa kok perlu personal branding itu kita keluarkan, apalagi sebagai member AREBI yang profesional, itu harus kita pertahankan. Saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada Mr. Priveen yang telah bersedia menjadi narasumber, juga Bu Amelia. Saya juga ucapkan terima kasih kepada tim pengurus AREBI Jatim yang telah bekerja keras 1 bulan lebih ini untuk menyiapkan acara ini yang acara spektakuler yang luar biasa ini. Kepada bidang hubungan antar instansi dan pemerintahan, saya ucapkan terima kasih dengan ketua bidangnya Bapak Tritan, tim anggotanya Ibu Luciana, dengan Bu Aneke maupun Pak Iman. Dan terima kasih kepada bidang dari Bu Lucy yang bersusah payah untuk melobi Mr. Priveen untuk bisa menjadi pembicara. Tidak berlama-lama, silakan beracara Pak. Semoga acara ini memberikan manfaat yang luar biasa kepada rekan-rekan broker AREBI, dan kembali lagi bahwa kita adalah agent profesional, personal branding kita adalah agent profesional. Silakan Pak Cesar.
Thank you Pak Rudi sambutannya. Oke, kita langsung aja ngobrol dengan narasumber kita ya. Yang pertama, Mr. Priveen Raj. Hai Priveen.
Hi Caesar, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic.
How are you today?
I'm good. I've just finished lunch. That's why I'm standing. In case you see me moving like this, it's because I'm standing and not sitting. If not, I'll fall asleep.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you very much for joining us today and becomes our speaker. And we can't wait to hear and we learn from you. Yeah, I can see here that you were one of the two-man team that set up AirAsia in Singapore in 2003.
Yes.
That's
yes.
To me, that's really incredible because a company that scale and you were one of the two men who set it up. And I just heard from you earlier that you also set up AirAsia in Indonesia after the Singapore settlement, right?
Yes.
And also after that, then you took on a few strategic roles with the biggest brands in the region, such as DHL, Ernst & Young, and other brands. And also, quite recently, you founded Riapra Aviation Partners, and you were there as a CEO too. And could you tell us a little bit about your current role? And because I heard now you are in real estate business, and probably you can tell us and share a little bit about your company.
Sure. I started, actually, if I can share my screen very quickly, and then I can show like a quick synopsis of what I've done. Yeah?
No
so
problem.
very quickly, very quickly. Let's go. Yeah. So look at, you can see right here, there are various brands. So let's start from the left. When I was 23, I joined AirAsia. I joined Tony Fernandez and we set up AirAsia. And I went on to, I'm not an operations guy, I'm a commercial guy. So what we did was over the past, I was with AirAsia for about 12 years. And I overlooked commercial and regional branding as well. So part of that was setting up, of course, part of AirAsia Malaysia, set up AirAsia in Singapore proper. I was part of the brand development as a group, and we set up AirAsia Indonesia, Thai Air Asia, Philippines AirAsia as well. So I've been involved quite a bit with setting up brands. I've also been involved in setting up a chain of hotels under the Tune Group, which is the same as AirAsia, called Tune Hotels. I've also been involved in setting up race cars. How many of you are race car fans? Cesar, are you a race car fan?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you heard of Williams F1 in Qatar? So I was part of those teams as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. F1 team.
Yeah. Correct. So we set up the branding aspect of it.
Oh, okay.
And then if you look right below, right, Cesar, on my slider, you will notice there's a very small picture of Manchester United Football Club.
Oh, yes, it is.
Do you know why it's so small?
Why?
Because I'm a Liverpool fan.
And that's why.
Yes. So I'm a Liverpool fan, and we just won after 30 years, we won our league. But I had the privilege of working with Manchester United Football Club for 2.5 years. While I was with AirAsia, we did a co-branding with Manchester United Football Club. I respect them as a team. They are a phenomenal brand, and I learned a lot from them. I've been involved in Boeing as well on some of the projects. And if you look on the right side of the PropNext side, I've been involved in some of the big brands in very small capacities, but exposure nevertheless. My most recent company that I ran up till last year was Repra Aviation Partners, and we worked with the regional ministers and head of states to increase their aviation economy. So that was purely strategic development. And then I was affiliated to Ernst & Young, giving advisory or exploring projects in the aviation space, and same as DHL. So, you know, Cesar, in a very quick synopsis, that has been my journey. But what really makes me passionate is branding. A lot of people think that branding is about, you know, the designs here. Yeah, the way it's done, nothing to do with that. In fact, that is just a small aspect of branding. So which we'll get to in a couple of minutes. I've got some slides. Back to you, Cesar.
Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting because so many of not just individuals, but companies also caught in the terms branding as if that's all about a good logo and which color to represent our company. But it's actually way deeper than that, right? And we can't wait to hear more from you. And probably I will, you can also start the presentations if you like.
Sure. Before I start, Cesar, I forgot to answer one of your questions. You asked me what am I doing in PropNext right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got so excited talking about Liverpool, I forgot to mention that. Well, anyway, I joined PropNext not too long ago. Actually, I joined them only in end of January. Okay. And the whole point was PropNext is, you know, we are an international brand. We'd like to believe we're an international brand, and we have presence across the region. Business today has changed. You know, it's no longer black and white. There's a lot of colors involved in brands today. So our CEO Ismail has put together a team of both, of course, majority property experts, but also, you know, people who have built brands. So we've all come together. And I mean, Ismail has been an inspiration and a huge mentor to me for a very long time. So bringing my skill set into property would add a very interesting dimension to a typical property brand. So that's why I came on board PropNext. Yeah, and the culture is amazing. I love the culture. So, you know, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, that's really good because if I know, the aviation industry is also big part of that industry service, right? They're not just selling products, and we are in real estate business is also pure service business, I think. So that's very interesting. So I'm going to let you to present your presentations, if you may.
Sure. Definitely. Just give me a second again. Let me pull up the presentation. Okay, great. Before I start, thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to speak about what I love, which is branding. So thank you very much for making the time and creating this opportunity for me. Caesar, I have half an hour. Am I right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, cool. So it's going to be very informal. If I speak too quickly, please stop me, raise your hand or jump up and down so I know that, Caesar, I'm looking at you, Caesar. So you need to tell me. Unless Amelia, you jump up, just to stop me.
But you know what?
Anyway.
We're really enthusiastic to learn from you. So
Nice.
you can take your
Let's
time.
go. Sure. So let's talk about two things, right? Branding and marketing. If this is branding, marketing falls under. It's always the case. Marketing is an activity, branding is a belief, right? So if you look on the left side of the screen, I've written down three things: activity-centric, deliverables, and ROI. I'll give you a property example. There's a new launch, right? There's a new launch in the center of Jakarta town, main city, called ABC. And you develop a YouTube video, you do posters, you do electronic direct mailers. So all these are tangible activities, correct? And when you send out 1,000 of these direct mailers, you expect at least 100 people to come, or 10 people to come, or 500 people to come. So there is an objective. You're looking at an ROI as well. So when it comes to marketing, it's very measurable. You can measure marketing activities. But before that, right, Caesar, what we need to do is we need to understand why we are doing this marketing. And for that, you need to understand what branding is. So branding is why you exist. I understand today there are several property agents in audience today, not only PropNext, but many, many other agencies, right? We all believe that we can empower people by getting them the right properties. That's what we believe in. If not, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. Agree? So
true.
The branding is almost emotional. It is almost spiritual. It's a very personal thing. When you get 5 job offers, they pay the same. They are all the same roles. You join a company that is culturally and personally in sync with you as a person. So that is, to give a loose explanation, that is what branding is. It is a belief that you look into. Yeah. So now that we've got that in order, on your screen, what do you see? You see a can of Coke.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell you what branding is. Say, Caesar, I am waiting for you in a cafe. You are 15 minutes away. It is 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and your car broke down. So you're walking to Priveen. You're walking and you're walking. 12 o'clock, very panas, right? The sun, very panas. So you're walking quickly, and you call me and you say, hey, Priveen, you know what? I'm 15 minutes away. And I tell you, Caesar, don't worry. When you get here, I've got a cold can of Coke for you, right?
Yeah.
Immediately, what do you think of? You think of the color of the can.
Yeah.
You think of the taste. Outside the can, the condensation, the water, cold can, everything, right? And then when you drink Coke, right, you will burp, that first burp. Agree?
Yes, it's always happens.
All that, Caesar, all that is branding.
Right.
So what, in a split second, when I mention a brand to you, when I mention the brand name, what hits you? That is what branding is about. Yeah. So when I tell you Coca-Cola, you immediately, all those things that I just described comes to your mind, right? BMW, very interesting car manufacturer. I like them because when they launch a new car, they don't do an advertisement. All other cars, most of the car brands, what they do is they have the car going here, going up the road, coming down the hill, going through water, very straightforward. But BMW, you know what they do? They do a 5-minute movie and they bring in all these big guys, all the famous actors. It's almost the same as like James Bond saves the day. But in this case, it is not the person, but because of the car, the day was won. You know what I mean? So BMW, does this fantastic branding campaigns. Let's talk about Apple for a while. Most of us carry Apple products. Agreed, betul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? The new Apple that's coming up, a lot of people are laughing at it. They say, oh, it's a waste of money and all that. But we will still buy. You know why? Because we want to be affiliated to the brand. Correct? I'll give you a very good example. We have Starbucks. You have Starbucks in Surabaya? You do,
yes,
right?
we do, yeah.
Okay. I'll talk about that in a while. But my point is this, we all carry a MacBook, we carry iPhone, a watch, you know, because we like to be affiliated to the brand, because it is macam besar brand. You know, everyone wants to be affiliated to that. So this is also branding. It gives you that perception, you know. Look at Nike. When you see Nike advertisements, you will never see a shoe, you will never see a football boot, you will never see a basketball. You will see when the man wakes up in the morning, early in the morning, to show the world, 90 people wake up and start working out. You will see him climbing up and down the stadium staircase, sweating, right? At the end of the day, he will win. That's how the advertisements go. But what are they selling? By right, they're only selling shoes and baju, right? But no, the advertisements are made in such a way, they sell you the belief that you will be a winner if you wear Nike products. You know, so these are all very interesting understanding of how we use brands and how we use brands to make people feel a certain way. Let's talk about Starbucks, one of my favorite brands. In Singapore, we have all these high class cafes. So one of it is like Starbucks, for example. You pay about US, about $10 US for a cup of coffee. Wow. But we have those small by the roadside store that actually sells better coffee, you know, the coffee is even better. But then it's like $1 USD. But people don't go there. People go to Starbucks. Why? Because people want, they want that $10, they're not buying coffee. They're buying a perceived lifestyle, which means perceived lifestyle means when people walk past, they see, oh, Caesar duduk dalam Starbucks, oh, dia orang besar. You know, that kind of thing. He's not just sitting in a normal shop. So that affiliation that they have, you know, that's what branding can do. People will want to invest, you know. So when I give talks, I've been in branding now for 17 years. Back then, 17 years ago, we didn't know it was called branding. We just did from our heart, we believed in it, and it's become amazing, right? So this line is very important. When I give talks, I always tell people this. People don't buy products anymore. Last time, maybe 10 years ago, if I want a phone, I buy a phone. But today, I buy a phone that represents me. There was a time, BlackBerry. When I lived in Indonesia, all Indonesians carried BlackBerry. I carried a BlackBerry also. It was a very popular phone, right? But when you use a BlackBerry, people think, oh, dia orang kaya. You know what I mean? Or because business, you know, so that are you buying a phone? Ultimately, you're not buying a phone. You're buying a status, you know? So people don't only buy products. They actually invest. When I buy something, I'm investing into my experience of that product. So the experience is more important. You know, all this, I'll tie it back to property, don't worry. So let's talk about this. Brand promise versus brand experience. Caesar, are you a property agent?
Yes, I am.
You are. Triton. Is that how I pronounce your name, sir? Is it Triton?
Triton.
Yeah.
Triton.
Okay.
Triton.
So I'm going to speak to both of you because I only see both of you on my screens. I wish I could see the other 270 people. Unfortunately, I don't. You know, Triton, are you also a property agent?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When do you work for the same company?
No, we don't. Different brand.
Okay. Okay. So Caesar, what's the brand you're with?
Xavier Marks.
Xavier Marks. And Triton?
Right there.
Rewind.
Okay. Yes, I see it now. Because it's very small.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't see. Yeah, sorry, Triton?
Rewind.
Okay. Okay. So when you guys go out and meet your clients, what you want to tell them is, hey, I'm the best. Come to me. Correct?
Absolutely.
That is your brand promise. But how much of that is translated into your experience? How do you quantify experience? You know, for example, The restaurant advertisement says, come and enjoy a nice roasted full chicken with us. It will, when you cut it, you will see the oil oozing out and it's so nice and delicious. It feels like butter cutting through. But when you actually order it, it's so hard you could kill someone with it. It's so hard, right? You know, so this is something that I want to share with all of y'all. When, again, we have different agencies here, but at the end of the day, you are your own brand. Agreed? Each property agent is their own brand. Priveen, for example, comes to Caesar. I moved to Jakarta and I'm looking, or I moved to Surabaya and I'm looking for a property. I see Caesar's number on Facebook and I call him, right? And I meet up with him and I have a very bad experience. Does it matter? Automatically, right? His parent brand gets affected, correct?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about. This is what we're going to be concentrating on in the next few slides. We need to talk about the experience. And this is what marketing and branding is about. It is not about how well you do your Facebook. It is not how well you colors your individual brand is. It is not all those little things. It is deeper than that. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to be talking about. So this, I've used Singapore context. When say Caesar and Triton goes out and they tell everyone, I'm the best realtor in Surabaya, come and see me. That is what you want to say. But today's conversation, what I want to discuss is, what do you have to do for people to say, hey, you know what, Caesar is the best. Now I know why you're the best agent in Surabaya. You need to flip it. No use you boast your own, you blow your own trumpet. Other people need to talk after they experience your brand. You follow me? Any questions so far? Any questions so far, guys?
Anything?
If not, I'll go to the next slide. Feel free to pass the questions on to Caesar. I'll be more than glad to answer them.
Okay. Right
here, you see my most favorite football club, Manchester United Football Club. And this was one of the campaigns that we did when I was in AirAsia, when we associated with them. So I'll give you a very good example. We were telling the world, fly with AirAsia because we are the most fun and amazing airline, right? And everyone believed in that. Because our experience was the same as our promise. In AirAsia, everyone was involved. It's an amazing airline, you know, right from the CEO all the way down. People are involved in the brand and everyone is fun. The CEO is fun. The CEO is cool. So, you know, the brand promise is the same as, the brand experience is exactly what the brand promise is. You know, it's not conflicting. I'll give you another example. We'll talk about this in a second. Your brand is only as good as you, right? You see in blue, the counter girl. So I went to this shopping mall, right, in Singapore once. And this is supposed to be the most elite shopping mall in Singapore. And they promised that every guest is like a king. We will treat you like a king. But when I approached her, she was busy on her phone. Immediately, they would have spent close to 10 million US dollars on doing advertising on the papers, in the TV and all the various platforms. But at the end of the day, all that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me, Caesar, is when I stood there in front of this girl, she didn't make me feel like what she had promised me. She may not have promised me, but the brand, the clothes that she's wearing, that logo promised me that. So this is very, very important. You know, again, why am I sharing this? Because when you represent a brand, everything you say, your experience, there's this thing called subliminal messaging, right? What is subliminal messaging? It is when, is there a food court near your office, Triton? Say 5 minutes away. Let's just say, what's your favorite food? Your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Sate kambing.
Sate kambing, okay. Sate kambing. So during dinner, Triton think to himself, when I meet my girlfriend later, I'm going to have sate kambing. Whole day. Oh, no girlfriend. Sorry,
No,
did I get you into trouble?
My girlfriend would like sate kambing.
Okay, example. Okay, so whole day, he cannot sell unit, He kepala sakit, must have sate kambing in the malam, right? Whole day he thinking. On the way he walks to the shop, on the way, all of a sudden he said, "Don't want, I want KFC." How? Is it chance? Have y'all have experienced this before? Have, right? Everyone has experienced this. But people think it is coincidence. It is not coincidence. I tell you why. What has happened is when Triton, somewhere during the day or just before, when he was walking to the Sate Kambing place, he subconsciously saw an advertisement, or maybe two pretty girls were saying KFC, 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 KFC. Then Triton heard it, but he's not conscious of it. He just hears it and he's walking. But the subliminal messaging kicks in and he turns and he goes into KFC. It's happened to all of us. This is not by chance. And this is very important because this is all part of branding, how you sell the thing. You know what I mean? So, for example, if you represent, so I represent PropNex today, right? If you have a very good experience with me, your subliminal messaging is, wow, oh, PropNex is good. You meet three other people who are like Priveen, fun and jovial and all that. Your subliminal messaging takeaway is, wow, PropNex is damn fun. They're damn cool. You know what I mean? I never told you I was cool. I never told you I was fun. But your subliminal understanding and takeaway is that. You understand what I mean? So it's very, very important to know how you stand, how you talk, the body language. If I go to a customer and I stand like this and I talk to him, oh, very bad. But if I stand and I come in and I smile and I use hands to gesture, that really helps a lot. Yeah. So all this is very, very important. So let's talk about humans. Branding, a lot of it is psychology. Branding, a lot of it is understanding how the brain works. If I sell you something and you don't know anything about it, there is a higher possibility you will not buy the item. So say, for example, I've got my AirPods here, right? And you've never seen this before. And I said, Caesar, this one, no wire anymore, it's like this, but you can't see it. I'm describing it to you, right? You will say, wow, that's a nice idea, but there's this thing called fear. Fear comes into play. Fear will tell you that Priveen is probably lying or he doesn't know what he's talking about because of your experience, right? As a person. So that fear sets in. So what do you need to do as an agent? When you meet a client for the first time, you're meeting him. How many times do you meet a client generally? In his whole life, you probably meet him 3 times, 4 times. Unless he's rich and he's investing, generally you will see them 2 or 3 times in your entire life. How do you build trust within that few minutes? How do you remove fear? Because the moment I remove fear, you know what replaces fear? Trust. The moment I have trust, what does trust translate into? Transactions. You start selling. Agreed? So we need to go back and understand how your brand and how you as an agent can remove the unknown, which is fear, and replace it with trust. Because whenever we say no, think about it for a second, everyone who's on this discussion today. Whenever you say no in your entire life, it's not because you really said no, but a lot of times it's because you didn't understand what it was, or there was no trust. Like you're like, you know what, sounds nice, but I don't trust this, so I'm going to just walk away. Yeah. So that is something that's very, very important and something critical that a lot of people in property need to understand. When a lot of times when someone says no to you on the first day, he doesn't want to look at the property or he doesn't want to go and explore something. The problem is not because he doesn't want to, he just doesn't trust you yet. Especially now it's more challenging when you can't even meet the person. Everything is like this. You know what I mean? So what do we need to do? We don't have much time to go into that today. Maybe we can do a separate session. But these are things that we want to cover as well. So while generally human beings, right, they feel that I want new things, I want the latest things, I want the cool things, I still want something I'm familiar with. I cannot take something that's too new to me. I don't understand it. Because when I don't understand, I have fear. When I have fear, I don't purchase. You know what I mean? So as much as people crave for new things, right? They still want familiarity. They need to be comfortable with something. Yeah. So let's get to the real stuff in hand. Branding in a real estate industry. Why should it even matter? You know, like I said, a lot of people thought that branding is logo, nice color, using pretty models. That is nothing to do with branding. Now, by now, you know what I'm specifically talking about. I'm gonna have a drink. Right. Let's move on. Again, let's talk about. I'm concentrating on property, and let's talk about a usual transaction. When you meet a client, what do they know? They know that they want a property. They know what the role of a property agent is. This person will do all my paperwork. This person will help me manage, introduce some brands or like the banks and all those loans and all the administrative stuff they will do for me. That is a known thing. Agreed? Yeah. What is the only one thing, and it is all the same, whether I talk to Caesar, whether I talk to Triton or any other agent, that part is constant. I need a house, I know paperwork. Any agent will do that. But you know what I don't know? How is Caesar as a person? Can I trust him? Maybe he's just lying to me to make this quick commission. Agreed? You know, so that is what we're talking about. That is what we need to address from a brand perspective. We need to garner interest. We need to garner trust from our end user. So in this case, the example that I've given is, again, in PropNext, we are very, very, very proud about our culture. We are very united. We do a lot of things together. There's no division. We don't have different groups, no camps, nothing like that. We work all together. So our consumers and our clients know when they talk to PropNext, we talk about the interests of everyone, not just one individual. So there's that trust element there. So for you guys in Surabaya, what you all need to do is spend time trying to convince people and sharing about your company brand, what it represents. Because by the time the person comes to you, you'll probably meet the person once or twice, correct? You don't have much time with the person. How do you translate that into sales? I ask you a question, Caesar or Triton. You meet a girl one time for half an hour. Can you decide whether you want to marry the person? Cannot. Tak boleh kan?
I'm not. Probably Triton can.
Nah, you know better than me.
You know, we date for years and years until we said, okay, boleh kahwin. Correct? The same thing, you know, I'm just giving you an example, you know, a relationship with someone who's parting with a few million USD to invest in a property. 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours, you expect the person to invest? Cannot. Correct? So you need to concentrate on building that relationship with the person, right? So what is the end goal? When people communicate with you, right? Now, today, everyone thinks that realtors or agents only exist to make quick money, commission, you know, that's all they're interested in. But no, you need to position your brand in such a way that you are empowering your consumers. That means say, look, maybe this one not for you, this is for you. Let me sit down with you and advise you. So you need to have a relationship. That is so, so important. And that is the core thing in a brand. Yeah. I just put a rough number. In Surabaya, for example, let's just say there are 30,000 agents. How does Caesar stand out? How does Triton stand out? Let's call a random name. Let's say, well, this I can't see any other names here. But my point is, you know, how do you stand out? What are you doing? Why should you stand out? This is a question I don't have to answer. These are questions you need to ask yourself every morning when you wake up. Why me? Why should anyone choose me? Right? So what is it that you do? What is it that stands out? The most important thing and something to take forward with is to develop your own value proposition. I'll give you a very good example. There are 2 cafes, okay? One run by Caesar and one run by Triton. Priveen, every morning before work, comes to buy coffee. For 5 years, Priveen was going to Caesar. Caesar doesn't talk to Priveen. Caesar smiles, selamat pagi,
Okay.
give the kopi, I kasih duit, I go kerja. Okay? But when I go to Triton say, oh Priveen, Bapak Priveen, apa kabar? How is your family? How are your 15 girlfriends? How is your dog? You know, all that he asks me, right? So he starts building a relationship up with me. But both places sell coffee for 100,000 rupiah, for example. I know it's very little, but for example, okay? 100,000 rupiah. After some time, Caesar never increased, still 100,000 rupiah, but Triton increased to 200,000 rupiah. I will still go to Triton. You know why? Because I have a relationship with him. Tak apa, kawan saja. You know, so it's okay. I still enjoy the interaction with him. So you see, it is not only about cost, you know. Sometimes people don't mind paying more as long as you make me feel like something. You understand what I mean? So looking at your value proposition, and this is just an example. So there must be a reason, Caesar, that someone, example, there must be a reason that someone goes to Triton. And you cannot tell me because I give you the lowest cost. It's not about that. If you ask me, I'm a very lazy person. I don't mind paying more so I can relax. Headache all I can see you. You know, I just want to relax, I pay a bit more. So it's about empowerment. This is the key word that we're looking at, yeah? So as agents, I don't have the answers for this because we have 277 people right now, 277 different products. You need to think about what works for you, correct? Because I'm tinggi, I'm 192. So people see me, wow, giant, you know, so I like Priveen. Or maybe Priveen is fun, maybe, you know, so there is a certain example. You know, so think about what is your unique value proposition. So let's get some things into perspective. I spoke a lot about concepts. I spoke a lot about how consumers are thinking, correct? It is very important. It doesn't only, whatever I shared does not only apply in the property market. It is anything to do with experiencing something, be it a product or an experience, right? But let's lay it down in a sequence. You need to understand who your target audience is. For example, maybe I am good in selling shop houses. Caesar is good in selling buildings. Triton is good in selling landed properties. And you're comfortable with that. You know what I mean? So in Singapore, we have examples like apartments and so many other variations. There's rental, there's sales, there is commercial, so many things. So find what works for you. Concentrate on the target market. Create your, what does Caesar stand for? What does Priveen stand for? What does Triton stand for? Understand it. That becomes, you become your own brand. And then regular communication. Don't disappear for 1 month. You find out that I'm buying an apartment, then you come and talk to me. Constantly keep in touch. And I'll give you a very, very good example. A lot of agents ask me, Priveen, now with the COVID, we cannot go out. We cannot meet consumers. We cannot meet clients. What can we do? I say, you got a phone book. Inside got 100 names of your past clients. Call them, ask them, apa kabar? How are things with you? Remind them that you exist. Because one day when they want to purchase another property, they will call you again. Because you bothered to check on them. You know, so little things like this, you know. In Singapore, we're very proud that PropNext has done a lot of sales virtually, and it's creativity, you know. So you need to regularly communicate on your platforms, be it Facebook, be it LinkedIn, be it Instagram. You need to constantly engage with your consumers or your market segment. If not, no one knows what you're doing. Okay, and the last one is, of course, as you always want to improve. So scaling up your own brand is extremely critical also. Okay, I'm just going to skip this part because we all understand the various communication platforms. And Caesar, I'm sorry because I know it was only half an hour.
It's okay.
But you know, so I just want to sum it with this. Everyone has a critical role to play individually. So it's not, I speak this from a PropNext perspective, right? Whoever interacts with me will assume that this is how Propnex is. Agree? Whoever interacts with you, Caesar would think that is how your brand is, or Triton. And say I first time go to meet Triton, right? Triton say, oh, orang tinggi, saya tak suka. Then show me face and walk away, right? I will think that everyone in this brand behaves like that. You know what I mean? Because they've allowed him to join the brand. So it is extremely critical to understand that everyone has a role to play in the overall perception of your brand. Yeah, and we need to constantly evolve that. I'm going to skip this. I apologize for this. Yeah, so I summarize again. Branding is very, very important. When I think of a brand, when I think of Coke, what do I think of? When I think of Starbucks, what do I think of? When I think of Ferrari, I hear the engine sound and car going fast. So what is associated to you? What is associated to your brand? Those are things you want to think about. Your brand experience. You can promise till the sky falls, but what is your brand experience versus your brand promise? And this is something that we're very, very critical about, and we spend a lot of time. And that is why a lot of big brands are big brands, because they invest a lot of time and effort to ensure that the experience equals to the promise. And that is something we need to constantly be aware of, right? And last of all, most importantly, always communicate. If you don't know, say don't know. If you know, say you know. Be transparent. Today, people are so smart, People, before you tell me who Caesar is, I already Google Caesar. You know what I mean? When you're in a meeting, my people will tell me, oh, Priveen, I read up about you. I Googled your name, I get 5 pages, for example. So the world has become, people have become extremely smart. So don't lie. If you don't know, say you don't know. Say, I'll get back to you. Say, bro, I'll get back to you, bro. I need to go and find out. I'm not too sure about this. So transparency is very, very important in branding. Yeah. That's why if you look at crisis communications, for example, with big companies, the big companies who do well in crisis communications are those who are transparent. If they've made a mistake, they'll say, sorry, we made a mistake. We are learning and we will improve from here. The ones that don't do well are the ones that try to cover up. In the end, it becomes like an avalanche and everyone just succumbs to it. Okay. I think I crossed half an hour. I apologize again.
That's okay.
But yeah, I try to speak like a speed train.
But still pretty clear. Well, it was really, really interesting to me. And you mentioned about branding promise and branding experience. Now, I'm going to ask in this age, right, with the COVID and everything, we try to penetrate the market through digital marketing, right, social media and etc.
Yeah.
Can you actually bring a glimpse of that experience into social media so that the brand promise looks believable, per se? Like you bring that experience up front, because to me, when you say about branding experience, it sounds like a long-term investment, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
No, I hear you. I think that's a very valid question, Caesar. In a time where I can't go out, for example, I cannot meet you for coffee to physically experience your branding, right? Yeah. What do I do? And this is where I told you, remember, on your social media platforms, your individual social media platforms, about communicating, because it is very important to understand that communications and branding does not start when I meet you. Before you, for example, if you want, you've invited me to come and talk about branding, right? You have done your research on me. You have Googled me. So your impression of me is way before I even met you today. Yeah. So likewise, as an agent, you need to understand that before someone actually meets you, they probably would have found out about you. So it is very important from a personal perspective to keep updating your social media platforms, to keep, and I'm sure someone like Amelia would understand this because she's an influencer herself. People see everything that she does. You don't need to tell anything. Everyone knows about Amelia Salim, right? So why? Because she has put everything out front. Everyone knows. Likewise, that's how we as agents need to put everything up front. When in today's day and age, we are no longer engaging with an agent, we're engaging with an individual. You understand what I mean? And we need to understand that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting. Pak Tritan, ini kita ada beberapa pertanyaan kita lontarkan sekarang atau nanti pada waktu sesi Q&A nanya
Mungkin
ya?
kita nanti aja, kita
Nanti aja ya.
dulu ya. Jadi
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Priveen. We're going to move to Miss Amelia Salim.
Thank you all for having me.
Amelia.
Cheers.
Thank you. If you can hang on, there's a few questions we can ask you at the session, probably. Okay. Okay, Amelia. Ini teman-teman. Halo. Oke, ini second speaker kita ya, teman-teman. Jadi materi luar biasa dari Priveen. Teman-teman yang punya pertanyaan silakan aja langsung ke Q&A. Nanti kita akan sampaikan. Nah, Amelia ini Amelia Salim. Teman-teman yang belum tahu, belum kenal, kebangetan sekali ya. Ya, jadi Amelia Salim ini seorang public figure, influencer, film producer juga, sempat producing film, juga multi business entrepreneur. Ya, bisnisnya banyak banget, dari bisnis minyak, interior, perawatan kulit, stationery, tas mewah, dan lain sebagainya, banyak juga. Dan juga aktif di banyak sekali organisasi ya, termasuk yang kita dengar yang terakhir di Lemhanas ya, Lembaga Pertahanan Nasional ya. Mungkin bisa perkenalkan diri Amelia, bisnisnya banyak banget. Ada berapa bisnis sih sebenarnya yang dijalankan?
Halo, thank you Cesar, thank you semuanya, and thank you Mr. Priveen. It's such an honor to be able to speak with Mr. Priveen here, and there is so much I can learn from Mr. Priveen. And sekarang saya mau jelasin ya tadi tentang bisnis ya. Bisnis saya sebenarnya ada empat bisnis, yang main bisnis seperti solar, kemudian interior juga ada, kemudian skincare juga ada, produk skincare juga. Yang baru sekarang ini juga ada untuk semacam produk perawatan juga sih, untuk ke klinik ya.
Oke. Itu yang menarik ya, Amelia, kan banyak orang kenal Amelia itu public figure, influencer. Tapi kita tahu you're so much more than that, karena you're a businesswoman, dan yang kita lihat bagaimana besar pengaruh personal branding Amelia di kiprahnya sebagai influencer lah, sosialita lah, dan sebagainya, yang translate ke bisnis-bisnisnya. Mungkin Amelia bisa ceritakan bagaimana pengalaman-pengalaman Amelia, juga mungkin menanggapi, menyambung dari apa yang disampaikan Priveen, apakah Amelia juga mengalami hal yang sama, dan sebagainya.
Ya, sebelumnya saya thank you to AREBI for giving me the chance to share a little bit about myself. Yeah. I'm a mother of 4, and then I'm currently active in several organizations. And now I will talk about branding, ya, personal branding. I'm totally agree with Mr. Priveen just said about personal branding. Now you know that personal branding is, apa itu personal branding? Personal branding itu adalah branding yourself as a professional. Jadi yang dimaksud dengan personal branding itu adalah kita membranding diri kita supaya publik mengerti tentang siapa diri kita.
Oke. Amelia mungkin udah prepare beberapa slide ya. Bisa mungkin di-share ke kita. Kita udah nggak sabar untuk dengar dari materi dari Amelia.
Ya, ini materi yang saya kasih mungkin lebih ke realita ya, jadi supaya nggak bingung. Sebentar. Masuk ya, Priveen? Masuk, Cesar, masuk ya?
Masuk.
Oke. Let's talk about personal branding ya. What is personal branding? Personal branding adalah branding yourself as a professional, or your way of developing your reputation, or your way how to you to promote yourself. Jadi ini sebenarnya adalah proses untuk mendapatkan kepercayaan diri dari banyak orang atau dari publik dengan mempunyai website atau lebih meyakinkan publik dengan banyak hal-hal di media sosial atau internet. Itu yang pengertian dengan social branding ya. Kemudian ini mungkin tadi udah dijelaskan sama Priveen ya. Why personal branding is important. Mungkin saya jelasin lagi lebih singkat. Because it help give more credibility. Jadi kalau kita branding diri kita itu kita dapat mempunyai kredibilitas lebih dan kita juga dapat mendemonstrasikan kita punya skills dan knowledge. Jadi kita dapat menginfokan untuk para audiens atau follower kita tentang skills kita, kemampuan kita, sehingga mereka dapat mengerti apa yang kita kerjakan. Tuh. Ini benefit, tadi mungkin benefit udah dijelasin juga ya sama Mr. Priveen ya.
Yeah.
Benefit of building personal brand yaitu you can get trust and worthy. Jadi having a personal brand helps you to build trust with your audience and your position as an authority and your leader of your industry. Jadi ketika kita membangun personal branding kita akan dapat membangun kepercayaan. Kepercayaan dari audiens ya, dari orang-orang, di mana dengan membangun website pribadi atau blog pribadi, itu membuat kepercayaan dari publik ke kita lebih tinggi, lebih naik ya. And then get future in media. Jadi kita having a personal brand makes it easier for you to pitch and be found by media, like an online media, magazines, television, radio. So the audience and media is easy for you to search, like who are you and what is your strength, what is your skills, it's like that. And then ini tadi sama build your connection ya, build your connection. Jadi dengan membangun personal brand itu kita membangun koneksi yang baik. Jadi biasanya kita dengan seseorang satu yang lainnya tidak saling connect, tapi ketika kita membangun koneksi melalui media sosial, maka kita dapat memperluas koneksi kita untuk lebih banyak. Kemudian attract more client ya. Ini adalah benefit dari personal brand. Jadi untuk para marketing brand yang mungkin marketing dari properti ini, apakah personal branding itu penting? Ya, sangat penting karena dengan kita membangun social brand kita, maka kita dapat attract more client. Jadi kenapa attract more client? Karena ketika kita membangun, kita punya media sosial, maka klien kita lebih percaya tadi dari trust and worthy ke kita. Maka para klien untuk melakukan dealing dengan kita, mereka lebih comfort dan lebih nyaman. Oh iya, saya percaya dengan profil dari seorang itu. Itu yang mengenai personal brand ya. Kemudian ada premium pricing. Premium pricing adalah ketika kita sudah membangun strong personal brand kita, maka dengan gampang kita menentukan harga kita. Seperti itu ya. Jadi kita lebih gampang menentukan harga kita ketika kita mempunyai brand kita, orang sudah tahu pasti. Tadi mungkin seperti yang Mr. Priveen katakan mengenai brand Coca-Cola atau brand segala macam yang orang sudah tahu, oh ini Coca-Cola, maka Coca-Cola berhak menentukan pricing-nya. Sama seperti ketika orang mengcompare atau membandingkan. Seperti brand yang saya ada bikin brand juga. Sama seperti contoh, saya ada bikin branded bags ya. Dengan brand saya yang dimana brand bag saya ini saya udah branding. Kita mungkin akan compare dengan brand tas. Oh ini tas sama-sama tas. Kenapa kok ini harga mahal, ini harga murah? Ya itu adalah salah satu keuntungan dari branding. Jadi kita mempunyai premium pricing. Kemudian kita having authenticity, yaitu kita orang-orang mengetahui kita dengan pasti dan mereka tidak perlu takut dan khawatir. Jadi kita mempunyai semacam authenticity yang sendiri ya. Jadi orang-orang tidak perlu memperkhawatirkan tentang itu. Terus kemudian benefit yang lain adalah create a lasting platform ya. Jadi lasting platform ketika bisnis kita itu sudah jalan dan kita tinggal menikmati aja dan kita bisa membuat bisnis yang lain. Itulah kenapa saya banyak bisnis-bisnis yang saya tekunin, yang sekarang saya kerjakan, karena secara bersamaan bisnis ini semua jadi satu. Jadi terkoneksi semua dengan networking saya gitu. Itu Cesar, itu adalah benefit. Kemudian ini saya how to build your personal branding. Jadi ada berbagai macam cara bagaimana kita membangun personal branding kita. Itu yaitu untuk yang paling basic, kita menentukan dulu value, passion, dan goals kita. Jadi value-nya gitu, value kita adalah what are you good at, what are your strength, what is your skills. Itu salah satu dari value kita tentukan dulu. Dan kemudian adalah passion, kita harus menentukan apa passion kita, apa yang kita inginkan. Dan kemudian adalah goals. Jadi di dalam suatu pekerjaan saya biasanya selalu mempunyai goals ya. Jadi goals itu adalah kita menentukan kapan atau kita punya kapan ini waktu kita meraih, itu saya selalu menentukan goals supaya kita dapat lebih fokus dengan pekerjaan kita. Kemudian how to build yang kedua adalah appearance dan personality. Appearance itu mungkin dari kita secara tahu ya bahwa setiap orang bertemu pasti secara langsung mereka akan melihat dari penampilan, itu sudah pasti. Jadi setiap kali kita ketemu orang, ada seseorang yang berpenampilan menarik, kita langsung tanpa sengaja kita langsung melihat ke arah orang itu. Itu memang appearance sangat penting ya untuk membangun personal branding. Ya, seperti apa? Appearance ini adalah be different. Be different, jadilah self-confident, jadilah diri kita sendiri. Kemudian maintaining appearance by how you dress. Mungkin ketika kita pergi ke acara untuk party, so kita bisa dress seperti kita pergi ke party. Ketika kita acara formal, maka kita juga dress seperti acara yang formal. Jadi kita bisa menentukan itu adalah salah satu cara bagaimana kita membangun personal branding. Yang kemudian yang kedua adalah be authentic and real. Ya, jadi be authentic yang real ini adalah kita menampilkan diri kita sesuai dengan portfolio kita. Jadi benar-benar kita itu siapa, jadi kita tampilkan. Mungkin Anda seringkali mendengar ya, pencitraan saja. Benar itu memang, itu hanya pencitraan saja. Memang seringkali seperti itu. Pencitraan itu bisa iya dan bisa tidak. Apabila pencitraan yang Anda buat itu jujur kepada publik, itu sangat dianjurkan. Jadi memang membuat publik tertarik untuk mengikuti kita punya branding. Itu salah satu yang harus dilakukan untuk membangun personal brand ya. Tapi apabila kita menampilkan citra yang tidak sesuai, atau itu bohong, atau kita membuat sesuatu yang ini bukan kita, itu akan menjadi pencitraan yang tidak bagus. Jadi memang pencitraan itu antara iya dan tidak. Tadi yang kalau memang pencitraan itu benar, itu bisa kita lakukan. Tapi apabila itu bohong, membohongi massa, itu tidak bisa kita lakukan. Oke. Dan ini adalah yang ketiga adalah become a social networker. Ini banyak dilakukan ya untuk para marketing sekarang. Jadi kita become a social networker, kita create an account in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, terus aktif in several organization. Itu adalah salah satu cara dari kita supaya kita dapat menjangkau lagi, meraih lagi, memperluas kita punya networking. Buat apa Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Di Facebook, Twitter, dan Instagram, kita bisa menampilkan apa kita punya value, apa yang bisa kita lakukan. Dan dari sana, kita akan ketemu dengan orang-orang baru, dan kita akan memperluas kita punya networking. Dan ini yang keempat adalah build your own website atau personal blog. Ya, ini memang salah satu yang penting banget, yang harus dianjurkan ya. Jadi, tell your story about yourself di personal blog. Jadi kita membuat website pribadi. Mungkin orang katakan website pribadi penting atau tidak. Bagi saya itu penting. Kenapa penting? Karena memang tidak semua pekerjaan menyediakan media berbagai macam portfolio. Tapi dengan kita membuat personal blog, kita mengatakan kepada orang-orang tentang siapa kita. Dan orang-orang akan mengetahui, oh ini yang kita bangun, tentang kita apa, itu adalah salah satu yang harus kita lakukan untuk membangun personal brand. Itu ya. Mungkin yang lainnya mungkin sudah jelas tadi, mungkin yang dijelaskan sama Mr. Priveen. Itu aja sih yang saya lakukan untuk membangun, bagaimana kita membangun personal branding. Itu Cesar.
Oke. Ini menarik sekali dan aku merasa Ci Amelia ini kan praktisi lah ya, yang living proof bahwa personal brands itu bisa translate banget ke dalam bisnis. Nah ini aku yang mau tanya, Ci Amelia ini kan terkenal sebagai public figure, banyak dikenal orang. Ini yang barusan aku cek Instagramnya, followernya 124.000 dia. Nah, luar biasa. Nah, pastinya kan orang-orang yang melihat Cici dari jauh itu punya certain image, maksudnya si Ci Amelia Salim itu seperti ini. Ada nggak sih pengalaman Ci Amelia pada waktu Ci Amelia ini akan memulai sebuah bisnis atau dalam bisnis ya, bertemu dengan partner bisnis baru ataupun customer dalam bisnis ataupun mau berkolaborasi dan sebagainya, yang mungkin industrinya atau bidangnya itu tidak terlalu sama dengan apa brand image Ci Amelia. Lalu apakah mereka sebenarnya membandingkan nggak sih itu sama image Ci Amelia yang Ci Amelia tampilkan di publik gitu?
Untuk membangun suatu bisnis ya, atau kolaborasi dengan bisnis dengan seseorang, mungkin banyak orang yang mengetahui, oh Amelia Salim hanya bergerak dalam bidang kecantikan. Itu banyak banget yang menganggap bahwa Amelia Salim ini bergerak dalam bidang kecantikan, skincare. Mungkin ketika mereka tahu sebenarnya main bisnis saya itu adalah dalam bidang solar, itu mungkin mereka akan bingung karena solar itu kan sesuatu bidang yang dikaitkan dengan pria ya. Solar, kemudian saya memang supply solar industri ya. Jadi ini memang seringkali image mereka salah, tapi ketika mereka udah bertemu dengan saya dan kita meeting, itu mereka akan paham. Mereka akan paham, oh bahwa kita bisa membranding dalam berbagai hal. Itu yang saya lakukan. Jadi sebagai seseorang yang kita ingin kita tampilkan ya, itu selain dari penampilan appearance saja, tapi kita harus juga selalu penuh dengan ilmu pengetahuan. Makanya saya sering baca. Saya sering sekali mengikuti berita atau apapun sedang mungkin ada berita yang lagi beredar atau sekarang lagi booming apa, itu saya selalu mengikuti supaya kita selalu bisa inovasi terus dan terus, karena memang di zaman sekarang ini kalau kita tidak pintar melihat peluang, kita tidak pandai melihat peluang, maka kita akan jatuh, karena kan kita tahu sekarang tiba-tiba masuk ke era COVID-19, di mana sesuatu yang suddenly change, di mana kita sekarang berubah masuk ke dunianya COVID, di mana kita sekarang harus di rumah saja, dan mungkin bagi para pelaku bisnis, itu mereka pasti akan stres atau mereka down, bagi mereka yang tidak pernah mengikuti kegiatan seperti internet dan lain-lain, dan sekarang mereka harus, mau tidak mau, mereka harus melakukan kegiatan media sosial seperti webinar ini. Mereka yang dulunya tidak mengerti internet, tapi dengan kondisi yang sekarang ini, mereka mau tidak mau, mereka harus melakukan. Kalau tidak, mereka akan tertinggal dan mereka akan mati. Itu bisa kita katakan seperti itu. Maka yang harus saya selalu lakukan adalah saya selalu berinovasi dan saya selalu melihat peluang-peluang yang ada. Dan ketika saya melakukan kolaborasi dengan seseorang atau ketika seseorang itu ingin melakukan kolaborasi, mungkin dari bisnis mereka yang berbeda dari bisnis saya, mereka dari seorang pelaku bisnis yang berbeda dengan bisnis saya, ketika mereka berbicara dan kita meeting, dan kita akan bisa saling connect, karena dengan pengetahuan-pengetahuan yang saya bawa dan koneksi yang saya lakukan, itu akhirnya kesulitan itu nggak ada. Itu sih, Cesar.
Jadi lebih ke, kalau dalam bahasa Priveen tadi, brand experience-nya ya, meskipun apa yang dipromiskan mungkin, oh tampaknya seolah-olah Ci Amelia ini bergeraknya di bidang kecantikan dan sebagainya, tapi sebenarnya pada waktu mereka bertemu, disitulah benar-benar Ci Amelia bisa membranding secara Amelia yang secara personal itu seperti apa gitu ya. sehingga bisnis-bisnis yang yang lain pun juga masih bisa berdatangan gitu ya. Mungkin Pak Tritan ada yang mau dikomentari seputaran apa yang disampaikan Cik Amelia?
Oh, mungkin saya satu hal yang biasanya moderator itu satu. Kalau kita ini kan tandem gitu ya. Tapi ada hal yang menarik dari Priveen dan Amel, bahwa semua itu kita ini tidak bisa membranding diri kita ini hanya sekedar tampilan dan apa yang ada gitu ya. Tapi conversation, communication itu menjadi satu yang penting. Tadi Priveen bilang kan selalu menyapa dan selalu mengajak pembicaraan ya. Amel tadi mengatakan kita ini harus update informasi yang ada. Jadi setiap ketemu orang update pembicaraan itu mengerti gitu ya. Priveen juga bilang kita itu paling takut kok nggak ngerti apa-apa. Nah, satu hal mungkin Bu Amel bisa menceritakan apa ya yang sesuatu yang paling membanggakan dari Amel sendiri itu apa dalam hal organisasi. Aku rasa aktif sekali. Amel bisa menceritakan gitu, dia aktif di mana aja, salah satu aja ya, wanita, pergumulan ibu-ibu, pergumulan pejabat, ada pergumulan ini. Rasa-rasa banyak ya, ini networking yang bagus. Aku rasa mungkin bisa ngasih contoh Ibu Amel untuk bisa teman-teman. Mayoritas di sini yang ikut kan broker, agent, properti, realtor gitu ya. Jadi kita ini sebagai agent properti ini bagaimana? Kira-kira gitu, Azhar.
Ya.
Ya.
Gimana, Cik?
Terima kasih Pak Tritan. Jadi memang saya banyak aktif ya sekarang ini. I'm currently active in an organization. Jadi seperti yang tadi Pak Tritan bilang, saya ada aktif di WITT, Wanita Indonesia Tanpa Tembakau. Itu kemudian, tapi bukan berarti teman saya masih banyak yang memang yang perokok. Tapi saya memang aktif di sana, jadi itu memang semacam kayak kegiatan charity, jadi sosial, di mana kita memberikan penyuluhan tentang bahayanya rokok. Kemudian saya juga aktif juga ada di seperti Pak Tritan di Lemhanas sama, jadi lembaga pertahanan nasional itu. Kenapa saya aktif di sana? Karena dari sana saya bisa menjadi seorang warga negara Indonesia itu seutuhnya, di mana mungkin bagi kita atau bagi kalian mungkin itu hal-hal yang wasting time banget, kita menghabiskan waktu untuk mengikuti Lemhanas. Tapi bagi saya itu suatu pembelajaran yang baru ya. Makanya kenapa ketika saya ikut, banyak orang itu kaget. Bahkan teman-teman saya pun kaget. Mereka banyak yang melakukan bet. Pasti aman nggak akan tahan ikut Lemhanas. Wow, jadi mereka melihatnya nggak mungkin tahan ikut Lemhanas. Satu hari mereka langsung tanya, Aman masih oke? Langsung saya akan bilang, oh tenang, saya fotokan. Memang ada beberapa hal yang mungkin, tapi di Lemhanas sebenarnya saya belajar banyak. Ini adalah hal yang baru, di mana mungkin orang tidak ingin belajar, tapi kalau bagi saya ingin tahu Lemhanas itu seperti apa. Dan memang di sana kita diajarkan bagaimana hak dan kewajiban sebagai seorang warga negara Indonesia. Dan dari sana kita dapat menimbulkan kecintaan kita itu sebenarnya untuk negara kita ini apa. Itu di sana saya belajar baru banget. Dan di sana kita juga diajarkan bagaimana cara kita menjadi seorang warga negara, atau bagaimana reaksi kita terhadap teman kita seperti apa. Di dalam pelaku bisnis kadang kita sering timbul ego. Tanpa kita sadari, ego yang kita lakukan ternyata merugikan orang lain. Itu kita diajarkan kita sebagai manusia yang selalu supaya kita ini saling win solution lah. Itu memang selalu saya suka sekali. Saya selalu melakukan di dalam suatu bisnis yang saya lakukan, saya selalu win-win solution. Jadi win-win solution itu selalu menjadi acuan saya ya, di mana ketika bisnis itu merugikan satu pihak, saya nggak mungkin akan melakukan. Jadi ketika saya lihat, oh ini menguntungkan, bagi saya menguntungkan, bagi pihak lawan juga menguntungkan, maka saya akan jalan. Itu saya sendiri orangnya seperti itu. Karena bagi saya, kita dapat mempunyai bisnis atau enggak, kita bekerja sama, itu ketika kita saling menguntungkan, win solution itu sangat membanggakan sih dan sangat happy bagi saya ya. Jadi saya kan nggak akan melakukan suatu bisnis yang merugikan satu pihak. Itu kalau saya seperti itu sih. Dan selain itu saya juga aktif juga di kegiatan seperti Hipobratik, Himpunan Pecinta Branded Autentik. Karena memang saya sendiri ada juga butik branded bags. Jadi di sana kita juga ada perkumpulan. Di sana saya ketemu dengan orang-orang baru yang mungkin bisa dibilang atau orang-orang yang lebih ke branded minded. Itu saya ketemu juga dengan orang baru di sana. Terus di sana juga saya bisa berkenalan juga dengan para ibu-ibu, mungkin ibu-ibu pejabat atau mereka sering kita ketemu. Jadi saya juga ketemu dengan orang baru di sana. Makanya saya senang sekali dan juga saya juga aktif juga di Duta Wanita Indonesia karena memang kemarin tahun 2019 saya diberi award Wanita Inspirasi 2019 dari Duta Wanita Indonesia. Di sana juga saya aktif juga untuk kegiatan sosial wanita. Itu di sana juga saya ketemu juga orang baru lagi. Itulah kenapa saya sering ikut aktif di kegiatan-kegiatan sosial atau organisasi. Karena di dalam organisasi ini saya akan ketemu dengan networking baru, orang yang baru. Jadi setiap orang mempunyai network sendiri. Makanya saya tidak pernah meremehkan seseorang, mau dari apapun mereka. Dari contoh suster saya di rumah, pembantu saya di rumah, atau bahkan saya punya teman, itu saya tidak pernah meremehkan mereka. Karena setiap mereka mempunyai networking, mereka mempunyai suatu networking yang berbeda. Itu adalah salah satu yang saya lakukan. Kenapa saya banyak mengikuti organisasi, kemudian saya juga ada kegiatan charity setiap tahun dengan saya punya grup. Itu juga di sana saya juga dengan grup saya kita saling belajar sendiri bagaimana kita untuk hidup ini tidak hanya untuk diri kita sendiri, tapi kita hidup ini juga untuk share, kita membagi untuk orang lain. Itu membuat kita itu semakin happy. Itu yang saya lakukan sih selama ini, dan itu juga salah satu cara untuk kita membangun networking kita. Seperti itu sih, Cesar.
Wah, ini menarik sekali ya. Saya tangkap dari Amelia apa yang Amelia lakukan, bahwa personal branding ini juga akan jauh lebih powerful kalau kita memilih audiensnya ya. Artinya kan Amelia masuk ke networking, ke lembaga ini, perkumpulan ini, kegiatan ini, dan sebagainya. Sehingga personal branding ini lebih terasa mungkin kalau saya tangkap ke target market lah ya. Mungkin kayak tadi Amelia bilang ada usaha tentang tas branded, Amelia ada di komunitas pencinta barang branded dan sebagainya. Itu salah satu contoh yang saya rasa luar biasa sekali untuk menjadi inspirasi kita ya. Oke, mungkin Pak Tritan kita langsung ke pertanyaan ya, karena waktu juga udah mendekati.
Ya,
ini ada beberapa pertanyaan. Ada yang pertama, this is to Priveen. I think.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yes,
because
I'm here.
yeah. Most of us in real estate agency, right? We tend to think that which activities that can translate to income, like directly. So there's a question from the participant that is there any empirical study about the impact of personal branding to increase of sales? Please elaborate.
I don't know whether offhand there's any studies. I mean, there are studies, of course. If you go on Google, there's a section called Scholar or White Paper, and you can look for consumer buying behavior or marketing ROIs. But I mean, Cesar, I'm gonna be very honest. You know, You reap what you sow. Period. You know, while Amelia was speaking, I actually went on her Instagram and I found out everything about her in 2 minutes. You know, and it's not easy, Amelia. You know, I'm sure it's not been easy for you to have gotten that kind of followers and to have the kind of attention that you get now, at least the media attention you get now. A lot of effort has been put into it, a lot of sacrifices as well, right, Amelia? You know, so likewise, there's no shortcut to getting your brand out there so quickly that you can convert it straight away. It's a lot of effort. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Can you go on Facebook and boost? Yes, you can. There are other alternatives to go on Instagram or Twitter and create as if you have more followers. But again, people are not dumb anymore. People will know that it is not organic growth. Today, Priveen has 100. Tomorrow, you see 10,000. You know that it's not right. You know. So I think that question that was forwarded to you, Caesar, along with a strong brand. So whenever we build businesses, and I'll answer this question as a former entrepreneur and someone who's run companies in the past. Whenever you build a company or you build a brand, two things very important. It must be sustainable and it must be scalable. I repeat, it must be sustainable and it must be scalable. Even as an agent, I think I briefly saw one of the questions is, do we concentrate on the brand or do we concentrate on ourselves? All this is intertwined. You need to create something sustainable for yourself first. That means as a brand, you understand your market segment, you understand your target market, and you create that brand. So that gives you sustenance. And then from there, you slowly start building. Branding is not going to come overnight. Even for me, the reason when you type my name and you get 3 to 5 pages of Google results is because I sacrificed 17 years of my life to build that career to be where I am today. So there's no shortcut to this either. You know, unfortunately, I wish there was, instant pill or something like that. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, well, thank you for your answer. And the next question, I'm going to pick this question. I think Amelia ya, mungkin lebih cocok untuk jawab ini. Nah, ini ada pertanyaan nih, Cim. Bagaimana kalau aktivitas saya, contoh dia hobi masak nih, yang berbeda sekali dan tampak tidak mendukung saya sebagai agen real estate, ya. Apakah saya mengikuti kebijakan kantor saja fokus pada properti atau saya bisa menjalankan keduanya? Mohon masukan dari pembicaraan. Nah, saya rasa ini Amelia cocok sekali karena Amelia sendiri kan tadi bilang you're a mother of 4, kamu Amelia juga punya certain image, tapi ternyata bisa translate ke berbagai jenis bidang bisnis. Itu mungkin kasih tips dong, Amelia.
Oke, thank you, Sister. Untuk pertanyaannya, kalau bagi saya akan menjawab dua-duanya benar, nggak ada yang salah. Mungkin ada yang bilang kita harus fokus, betul. Fokus dengan kita punya bisnis dulu. Kalau kita tidak fokus, maka kita tidak akan jadi. Itu benar, jadi nggak ada yang salah. Jadi dua-duanya benar. Tapi ketika dikatakan, apakah kita boleh bercabang? Kalau setelah kita membangun personal branding kita, maka itu saya juga mengatakan itu benar juga. Betul. Kenapa? Bagi saya seperti saya, ketika saya bertemu orang, saya membawa banyak bisnis, karena itu memang bisnis yang saya bawa, dan ketika saya bertemu orang, ketika kita melakukan pembicaraan, kemudian setiap kali networking atau apapun, itu saling koneksi, saling berkoneksian, saling connected ya, mereka saling connected, di mana ketika saya melakukan event A, saya mengajak kolaborasi dengan event B. Tapi sesuatu yang tidak langsung sangat berbeda ya. Seperti contoh, ketika ada event skincare, maka saya akan mengajak fashion, ayo kolaborasi dengan produk fashion, produk baju, kemudian ada kolaborasi dengan produk apa, meskipun sesuatu yang agak berbeda, tapi ketika kita membuat mereka, menyatukan mereka menjadi satu kesatuan, itu akan bagus dan mereka bisa saling win-win solution. Jadi untuk pertanyaan ini kalau bagi saya adalah ketika Anda sudah membangun brand Anda dan ketika Anda sudah fokus, tapi bukan berarti Anda tidak fokus. Kalau kita tidak fokus, maka kita kan tidak akan jadi. Jadi memang kita harus lebih fokuskan dulu. Jadi kita harus lihat kita punya target untuk ini seperti apa. Kemudian target ini seperti apa. Ketika ini sudah jalan, maka kita dapat melompat lagi ke yang lain. Jadi bukan berarti saya mengatakan, oh tidak boleh, harus fokus ke satu bisnis, supaya dapat berhasil. Itu juga tidak salah. Jadi di sini saya menjawabnya memang bisa iya dan bisa tidak.
Jadi intinya kuatin dulu di satu bidang sebagai brand kita tuh ini, barulah kalau personal branding kita sudah mulai menguat, kita bisa mulai untuk cabangkan ke bisnis lain gitu ya. Wah, luar biasa ya. Thank you, Amelia. Mungkin next questions from Pak Leon Susanto. Ya. I'm going to try to translate this. Okay, so in the beginning, in the beginning of AirAsia, what did AirAsia do for branding? How consistent was it? And how long did it take to really AirAsia becomes known by so many people, and that the company thought, okay, this branding strategy works. Is there any, probably what he's trying to ask is there any an index or parameter that you can say that, okay, this branding strategy works or it doesn't?
That's a very good question. So it is not one size fits all. It is not a cookie cutter where if it works for me, it'll work for Caesar, it'll work for Rudy, or it'll work for Amelia or Triton, right? We have to try various approaches. So what works for you and your market segment could be different from what I try out. So I think the first step is to understand, to ask this question, what you represent first. Going back, and I don't speak on behalf of AirAsia because I'm not with AirAsia anymore, but I can share with you the time when I was there, right? So when we sat down, the most important thing we wanted to be is to be an accessible airline, where we could connect with our consumers, where they could come and enjoy traveling with us. Those were some of the broad strokes that we had looked at. And if we transpose that to you as an agent, the day someone chooses you, considering the fact that's an equal playing ground, the day someone chooses you, person X over person Y, that is when you know your branding has improved. You know what I mean? I give you the example of coming to your shop and coming to Triton shop. Even though he increased his cost, I still went back to him because of the relationship I had with him, because he had put in effort into communicating with his consumers. You understand what I mean? So the litmus test or the real qualifying question is the day you know that you were chosen. You may not have been the cheapest, but someone still chose you. Why? Because your branding stuck, your campaign stuck. Again, guys, I cannot begin to emphasize how important transparency and honesty is in branding, because you can't fake a brand.
Okay, thank you. Right, next questions. I'm going to pick this question from Pak Ferry Wijaya. Any tips for personal branding for introverts? Ya, ini question both for Priveen and Amelia. Ya, untuk introvert nih, yang agak suka ketemu orang nih, gimana, ada tips nggak untuk personal brandingnya? Probably we'll go with Amelia first.
Yes, ladies first.
Ladies
Okay.
first.
Branding for introvert. Jadi mungkin branding for introvert bisa dilakukan melalui medsos ya. Sometimes di medsos, media sosial, Instagram or Twitter, itu orang-orang tidak akan mengetahui siapa kita. Tapi mereka membangun branding dengan gambar-gambar yang bagus. Kemudian melakukan sales penjualan juga melalui Instagram. Itu juga salah satu yang bisa dilakukan ya. Tapi untuk lebih ke depannya, banyak orang lebih suka biasanya langsung ketemu dengan orangnya. Jadi belajar. Kita dari awal memang kita harus belajar. Dari yang introvert, caranya kita adalah kita melakukan hal-hal seperti yang mereka tidak langsung ketemu dengan orang. Tapi untuk saran saya adalah belajar untuk mulai bisa menyesuaikan diri. Sekarang zamannya sudah berbeda, di mana kita harus ketemu orang, itu sih. Jadi saran saya adalah belajar, dan kalau memang tidak bisa ya melakukan media sosial seperti branding atau boost di gambar-gambar.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jay. How about what do you think, Priveen?
I think it's a very deep question, Caesar. I've been asked this before. There are two parts to my answer. If I cannot cook at all, even if I attend the best cooking school, I won't be able to cook. I think a very important question, even before a branding perspective, is if this is an industry where you need to be an extrovert, even if you don't like being an extrovert, you need to psych yourself to be an extrovert. I am by nature an introvert. Hard to believe because I'm such a clown, but by nature, I'm an introvert. But I know that the nature of my job requires me to be an extrovert because I'm a branding guy, right? So I think the first question is, I'm concerned when someone asks me this question because I'm worried whether this person is in the right industry. You know what I mean? Imagine I like to talk nonstop and make a lot of noise. I cannot be a librarian even though I like books. You know, likewise. So that part of it I've answered. The second part is if you're an introvert, you need to find a space. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in property but you're an introvert, so my suggestion usually is attend networking events, attend coffee sessions, randomly call your friends and said, meet me for coffee and I just want to talk. So you need to get used to talking. You need to come out of your one. Can you imagine if I'm a client and I go up to you, Caesar, and you're an introvert and you just keep quiet, you know, I'm going to feel so awkward, right? You know, I'll be looking at you, you're looking at me, we can hear the crickets go and the flies. So, you know, you have to force yourself coming out of it. So go for networking. If you're, and today with virtual meetings and virtual webinars, I think it will be very beneficial to introverts. Attend these kind of webinars, ask questions, be seen, get used to being looked at. Once you have overcome being looked at and you're comfortable in that environment, you slowly start to progress into being not really an extrovert, but at least you're comfortable around people.
Okay, so that's really in line with what Miss Amelia Salim said, that we actually need to learn. Right, yeah. So jadi itu ya teman-teman, Pak Ferry, rasanya itu saya setuju sekali dengan Mbak Priveen bahwa bisnis ini bisnis mau tidak mau harus jadi sedikit ekstrovert ya. Kata Amelia juga ya paksa ya belajar, cara belajarnya si Priveen kasih tips untuk networking, belajar untuk ketemu banyak orang, nanti lama-lama bisa sedikit bisa keluar dari introvert self-nya mungkin gitu ya. Oke, next question. Dari Pak Ferry Iskandar nih ya, untuk C. Amelia, sejauh pengalaman C. Amelia, lebih efektif untuk posting tentang daily life, tentang informasi atau produk yang kita jual, untuk orang tetap follow kita? Hard sell atau soft sell?
Terima kasih Pak Ferry. Terima kasih Pak Ferry. Sebenarnya sejauh ini semuanya sama ya, semuanya sama. Jadi memang selain untuk kita promote sebenarnya. Sama ya bagi saya, kita mau promote barang, meskipun barang untuk barang kita sell atau tidak, yang penting adalah bagaimana kita create our account atau kita create account kita dengan unique konten yang bagus. Jadi konten yang bagus, foto dengan foto yang bagus, itu akan membuat orang menjadi tertarik. Jadi ketika saya memposting manajemen saya ya, sebenarnya manajemen saya posting my daily activity, itu juga salah satu cara untuk para follower untuk selalu mengikuti. Dan itu juga dilihat juga dari kapan waktu kita mengupload kita punya konten. Kemudian di sana pun juga selalu oleh manajemen saya juga kita disisipkan untuk penjualan produk. Jadi selain foto dengan aktiviti saya selalu juga ada penjualan produk. Biasanya ada penjualan produk juga. Jadi itu adalah salah satu cara yang efektif juga untuk para followers untuk selalu mengikuti aktivitas kita dan juga salah satu cara juga untuk sell sesuatu.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. This next question is from Handri Lee. Yeah, I have a question for Priveen. Which one is better? Joining a big brand company or developing your personal brand, your own personal brand, regardless the company you join in?
For me personally, it's always about building your own personal brand. Because once you build a formidable brand, then wherever you go, you become an asset and you take that brand to the next level.
Okay, all right. Thank you. And the second last question, Bu Amelia, mohon berikan contoh penerapan di bisnis real estate yang lebih relevan. Mungkin yang contoh yang lebih relevan ke real estate agent gitu ya. Nah, ini mungkin pertanyaannya agak ini ya, karena Bu Amelia juga bukan agent ya, teman-teman. Tapi mungkin atau gini aja, saya baliklah pertanyaannya. Bagi Cik Amelia, untuk seorang property agent, mungkin menempatkan diri Cik Amelia sebagai seorang klien, apa yang Cik Amelia harapkan, atau branding seperti apa yang Cik Amelia harapkan bahwa, oh, kalau agentnya seperti ini, yang baru saya akan percaya gitu.
Oke. Ya, tadi itu kembali lagi di personal branding untuk seorang agent ya. Dimana saya untuk melakukan suatu transaksi, memang betul, saya akan selalu melihat agent ini trusted agent atau tidak, benar tidak. Tadi seperti saya katakan, ketika kita membangun personal branding, kita mendapatkan benefit, yaitu trust and authority. Jadi ketika saya pun ingin melakukan transaksi, saya selalu melihat, oh agent ini pengetahuannya oke tidak, product knowledge-nya tentang properti ini menguasai tidak. Itu salah satu juga yang saya ingin lihat ya, ketika dia menjelaskan sesuatu, oh dia tidak paham. Bahkan mungkin saya lebih mencari tahu lebih banyak info yang saya dapatkan daripada agent ini. Itu saya lihat, oh masalahnya di mana. Kemudian agent ini bisa dipercaya enggak, apa yang dikatakan itu bisa kita pertanggungjawabkan enggak. Jadi konstan tadi seperti yang dikatakan Priveen, jadi kita harus selalu konstan. Itu juga salah satu apa yang saya lihat ketika saya ingin dealing transaksi. Jadi sebagai seorang agent, itu sangat penting banget memang membangun personal branding. Di mana dengan personal branding ini, customer akan melihat sosok atau personality dari marketing ini, itu sangat penting banget untuk penjualan. Jadi yang harus dilakukan memang sebagai seorang agent adalah membangun personal brand sendiri, yaitu personal brand yang bagus, jujur, kemudian bisa dipertanggungjawabkan, dan pengetahuan juga sangat menguasai. Itu penting banget.
Okay. Thank you, Cik. Okay, the last question for today to Priveen, which one is more important? Branding yourself or improving the skill of how good to sell, how good you are in selling, yeah, and how these two things connected.
I think before you know how to sell, you need to know yourself first, because you are the medium, right? The sales is a process. Agree? So in order to be able to sell effectively, I must know what I'm comfortable with. I must know what I represent. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people, just to add, Caesar, a lot of people don't understand that. They just think that if I learn, so today Priveen said 5 things. If I take that and I use it, I will do well. No, you need to understand yourself first. Remember, I spoke about how branding is it's a very emotional thing. It's a very personal thing. So whatever you do has to be an expansion of that. If you don't do that, then you're not going to be effective in selling.
So what we are comfortable in, and what is unique to us, right? And that's
exactly
personal, right?
Of course, because you yourself become a sales tool. You are the sales tool.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's all the questions for today, and I'm really pumped up, and I'm really thank you for Priveen and Amelia, Salim. We learned so much from you too, and we are so honored that you two can have a time to share your experience and your knowledge with us. And probably any other additions from the other panelists? Pak Tritan, mungkin.
Do you have any closing statement before I just give some conclusion from Priveen?
Oh no, I'm good, man. Thank you very much. I really had a really fun time. I hope everyone enjoyed the session. If I spoke too quickly, please excuse me. I will learn Bahasa Indonesia the next time and speak a bit more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ibu Amel, ada closing statement apa buat kita semua?
Nggak ada ya, coba. Okay, it's such an honor, Mr. Priveen, I can to be able to speak with you here. It's my honor. And then untuk para peserta atau orang-orang yang ingin membangun personal branding, mulailah sekarang untuk membangun personal branding. Itu aja. Karena personal branding sangat penting.
Oke, thank you. Salah satu tugas saya membuat kesimpulan katanya. Kesimpulannya, ya sudah, dengarkan saja. Kalau nggak mau lagi, ikuti di YouTube-nya. Nah, nanti minta summary-nya. Kesimpulannya itu. Saya rasa itu aja. Cesar, silakan.
Oke, luar biasa. Saya mau ucapkan terima kasih sekali lagi untuk para tamu-tamu juga, ya, Pak Lukas Bong, salah satunya, Pak Sulihin, Pak Toto, Lucida, dan tamu-tamu lainnya nggak bisa saya sebutkan satu persatu. Thank you, especially again, Priveen. Thank you, Amelia, Salim. Thank you so much for your time. And that's it for this event. Terima kasih ya semuanya. Semoga sukses terus. Salam AREBI. Thank you.
AREBI means like that. AREBI.
AREBI ya.
Oh ya, AREBI.
AREBI like this, sir.
Like this, AREBI.
Siapa yang foto ini? Ayo